Hello, my name is Brandon. We have Juliet and Roberto. We are discussing about the Abbot-Alere acquisition. So some facts about the companies. About Abbott, so they're a medical device and health care company located in Abbott Park, Illinois. A little bit about them is that they're focused on like clinical chemistry, hematology, blood screening, molecular, and point of care. And all their products are designed to lead to healthier lifestyles for the users. So about Alere, they're a rapid point of care diagnostic testing manufacturer from Waltham, Massachusetts. Their capabilities are for infectious diseases, molecular, cardiometabolic, and toxicology tests. And they developed the first ever CLIA waived molecular test for flu and strep that delivers results in less than 15 minutes for the sick. So the important thing to know is point of care testing, which is the main part of this acquisition, which improves outcome and speed of care by providing test results to physicians and patients in minutes. The demand is increasing in the healthcare department for providers and consumers who are looking for just better ways to get results in a more accurate and timely manner. Now here is a video of the negotiations, simulating and summarizing how it went about.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Juliet Moreno. I'm the chairman of the board and CEO representing Alere.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roberto. I'm the CEO of Abbott.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm the chairman of the board for Abbott.
Okay, Juliet, you called us here. You wanted to have a talk with us about Alere. Please go ahead.
Yes, so I just want to kind of give you a quick background of what we do. Basically, we offer the service of a rapid point of care diagnostic testing. We are based on Waltham, Massachusetts, and majority of our capabilities go for in terms of infectious disease, molecular, cardiac, and toxicology tests as well. Currently, we are the market leader, and we are around 7 billion in sales for our point of care testing, and we are hoping to expand as well.
Okay, so we do want to learn a little bit more about your company. So we do have some questions prepared. So to start off, how much would Abbott gain in monetary value from the point of care testing business from Alere?
So you guys will get around 2.5 billion additional to the 7 billion in sales that we currently are marketing.
And how many employees do you have?
Currently have 9,700 employees. Majority of our sites are in US based, but we also have other sites around the world.
Is there any debt that the acquiring company would have to worry about?
Yes, we have around 2.6 billion in debt right now.
And so, okay, so what assets would be included with the acquisition that you are proposing?
Included with the acquisition, we have a sister company that's called Arriva Medical, and they are in charge of equipment and also in terms of all point of care testing facilities. They are the largest mail order for diabetic supplier as well.
Okay, and so the types of companies that we inquire and the type of employees that we work with are very important to us. So like, what is the culture like for Alere?
So the company culture like is company who wants the employees that want to make a difference. while they are leading and inspire others to take action. This is very mission driven because we are saving people's lives.
Okay, good to know. And why are you valuing your company this way?
So as I mentioned at the beginning, we are the market leaders of what we do. We will be generating you around, or your competitor, around 7 billion in sales, plus 2.5 billion from the point of care testing, acquiring to kind of equivalating to a 9.5 billion annual sales increase to your company. You will be also gaining the additional market share and market value, which will improve your customer acquisition base.
Okay, Juliet, so
Thank you.
we received an email from you with your initial offer of 7 billion, which you sent our team. And after evaluating this conversation you've had with the chairman of our board, with Brandon, I wanted to make you a counter offer. We want to make you a counter offer to acquire your company for around $5 billion. And the reason why we have made this offer, we're justifying it on the fact that money has to be invested in the acquisition and merger operations between the two companies. And I mean, it will take time to train your people when they start working in Abbott, and also it will take time for us to start producing those 7 billion in sales that you're talking about. And we also know obviously that this 7 billions in sales is not profit. It's not considering cost of goods sold. It's not considering operational costs, expenses, etc. No, so we think it's a pretty reasonable offer, and we wanted to hear what you have to say about it. Thank you.
So thank you very much for the offer. I do understand that we have some debt. So what about, I know we are in the negotiations here, but you will also be acquiring Arriba, and Alere thinks that it's very important that these two are combined, as well as maybe making some type of deal of the debt refinance. So what about something along the lines of 6.3 billion?
Okay, so just to make sure that I'm getting what you're saying, you want us to pay for to refinance the debt, that 2.5 billion, $2.6 billion debt that you guys have. You want us to take responsibility and refinance that debt for you guys. And if we're willing to do that, you will go down to 6.3 billion, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. While you were suggesting this, we have been making numbers, and we have a final offer for you. And I want you to consider the fact that for a couple of millions of dollars, I will be close on this deal, just because at the end of the day, we're going to be the ones that are full on taking the risk from this acquisition. And you're going to be, at the end, you're just going to have cash, no? So, I mean, we're removing the risk from your hands, and we would be willing to offer $5.8 billion. So that equates to, give or take, $56 per share, while offering to refinance the debt that you guys have acquired of 2.6 billion. And obviously, we're gonna be taking risk, the risk that you have while having this company. We're gonna be taking it, and you're gonna be left with cash. So I mean, I think it's a pretty fair offer. We're taking on the debt refinance position that you suggested. And I mean, I know it's gonna be hard, but I think we can make your company mission and vision to lead and inspire others and to make a difference. I think we can make that happen. So I hope you guys accept this offer. This is our final offer. And do you have any other contingencies that you're worried about before potentially closing this?
So in terms of the 5.8, I think we will go with that. I think we can close a deal, but in order to close it completely, I will suggest we do a merging agreement, and we start with the merging agreement right now based on this initial offer, and then we start moving forward.
Okay, well, we trust you, Juliet. So we're willing, we trust everything you told us. So we're willing to do this merging agreement. Thank you for this meeting, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So that is how the negotiation went about. Now to summarize the negotiation. So about the acquisition, the added benefits are it'll be cost effective, high quality product to help the health systems meet growing demands. As I mentioned earlier, it's all about time and accuracy is what the users and would like to see. So Alere will allow Abbott to enter into that fast growing outlet. So it will help doctors' offices, clinicals, pharmacies, and at-home testing. The acquisition will help Abbott with the point-of-care testing business while strengthening their diagnostics presence. In addition, Abbott will be able to be a better service to an expansive customer base while accelerating innovation in point-of-care diagnostics.
So basically, is that all? In fact, we have more to the story that we can tell you. So the initial negotiation happened in January 2016. So now come to March 2016, the government actually revoked Medicare enrollment for diabetics unit, and these involve Alere. So they also, because of this, they had they went under a federal investigation for business practices in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Then in April of 2016 of the same year, because of these issues with the enrollment and these processes with the devices, they had late filings of from their financial results in 2015. Also, at the same time that Abbott was doing this acquisition with Alere, they were doing another acquisition with Sanjut Medical. This was an acquisition of 25 billion. And then during those things, late filings and problems with lawsuits and devices from Alere, Abbott actually wanted to finish the whole merging agreement. So they offer Alere between 30 and 50 million to actually terminate the deal. On July of the same year, Alere had some devices that were recalled, and then there were some of them had problems in terms of actually, because of the testing was not good enough. It was giving bad testing to people, and people were dying because of this. Then on August 2016, Alere filed a lawsuit against Abbott. Alere basically was saying that Abbott violated the terms of the original agreement and that they wanted to continue with the agreement. And then on December, Abbott filed a complaint in the court, basically saying that Alere wasn't the company that they purchased basically in January, that a lot of things were hidden. And that's why they filed back a lawsuit against Alere. Now moving to April of 2017, both companies agreed to dismiss the lawsuit. So the overall impact of this in terms of reputation, some of the Abbott's concerns were that Alere was lost on billing privilege from the government, also the recalls on the products, the delay in filings, the government investigations. Alere was not the company that they thought that they were acquiring 10 months prior. So there was a lot of things involved in here. And then in terms of financial impact, both companies went into a lot of fees, in legal fees. Also, future lawsuits could be impacted in this case as well. And then for the human life impact, so there are some positive things here. So they also provide a better care and improve outcomes for the patient. So not everything that Alere did, yes, one device was bad, but they did provide good things overall. So they also help meet the demands for a growing market that requires fast and accurate medical information, and also allows Abbott to grow as a company and creates great job opportunities.
So what was the final deal? So the final deal negotiated in the settlement was that Alere was going to get acquired by Abbott for $51 per share, including preferred stock, for a total of $5.3 billion. This happened after all the lawsuits that Juliet, my colleague, explained, and all the bad press that they received. After that, what were the court results, the legal results? Both companies agreed to dismiss lawsuits, as Juliet said. Also, Alere agreed to pay $13 million to settle SEC charges on accounting fraud. This was to end the SEC investigation and all charges against them. And Alere agreed to deprive Siemens from a blood gas testing system after Siemens had acquired 2 Alere facilities in Ottawa and San Diego. So it was terrible for Alere because basically they had already made a deal with Siemens and they couldn't follow through with it, with their blood gas testing system because of legal issues. So where are they today? So today, the companies are basically, on a financial standpoint, the deal actually really benefited Abbott since they became a market leader with 7 billion point of care diagnostic space within the big 50 billion diagnostic market. Additionally, Abbott, this is a negative impact. Abbott spent a lot of time stabilizing and organizing after the Alere acquisition. And the results from the acquisition was that Alere obtained also Arriva Medical subsidiary, which is one of the largest mail-order diabetic suppliers. And Alere, as I mentioned, paid the SEC $30 million in accounting fraud. And also the Siemens was deprived from the acquisition, one of the acquisitions that it had made for a blood gas testing system. And as of July 2021, Alere agreed to pay $38.75 million for defective rapid point of care testing devices as a settlement to all the parties involved. As of 2021, August, Alere agreed also to pay $160 million to the DOJ for false testing implemented by the obtained subsidiary Arriva Medical. So these are huge payments that Alere had to do to the government specifically and to the involved parties. Additionally, the stock went up after all of this mess from 55.47 to 128.45. So how could the negotiation could have been? So basically, we think that Abbott should have done more research about Alere before agreeing to the deal. They could have been more prepared, but we also think that Alere could have talked and been upfront with Abbott. And if both of these things could have happened, we believe that on the financial standpoint, Abbott could have become an even greater player in the market, even more than 7 billion from the Alere acquisition, because they wouldn't have had bad press or they wouldn't have had any loss of cash allocated to lawsuits. Additionally, they could have focused their efforts more in stabilizing and organizing the Alere acquisition instead of focusing their efforts in the bad press that they received. And also, Alere would have not had to pay $13 million to the SEC in charges for accounting fraud. Also, they wouldn't have had to additionally ruin their reputation with a third-party company like Siemens, and they would have been able to give the blood gas testing facility to Siemens. And additionally, we think the negotiation could have even gone better because Alere wouldn't have had to pay $160 million to the DOJ. This would all have happened if both Abbott and Alere, both Abbott would have done more research about Alere, and Alere would have been more upfront with Abbott. Therefore, all of these lawsuits wouldn't have happened. We also believe the stock price would have definitely gone higher. It wouldn't have had to start at 55.47, and it would have definitely gone higher than 128.45 without this bad press. So thank you very much. And we have our works cited here, and we're available for any questions. Thank you very much for your time.